Ow. For real. Ow, okay. Dude, that's enough. Why are you, okay, stop. Don't let him eat that.
Why? It's just leaves.
I don't know. Are they supposed to be eating leaves? All right, what's up, guys? So before we get started, Al wants to say hi. Oh, he's nervous. He does not like this.
Just because I'm carrying it.
Yeah. Anyway, hey, thanks everybody for watching. We're gonna be in San Antonio next weekend, so I just wanted to give everybody a heads up. We're heading down there for Winter Meltdown. Yeah, we're going down there, planning on running the truck class, which I think is a 6.0 index, and then there's a 6.0 index the following day, so we're gonna do that one as well. And then I think they're doing a top of the racetrack sort of race. It's like a no prep deal up there where they use the slowdown area that's not prepped at all. It doesn't have any rubber on it. So if they have that Friday night, we'll try to get in that as well. Anyway, yeah, if you're in the area, if you're at the track, come by, say what's up. Okay, but in today's video, we went over to PTS Fab to finish up one of the cars that I've been trying to get ready for tuning. Ran into a couple of problems. Clutch ended up having issues, and so they completely had to take that out, get it fixed up, get it back in. It was this whole big mess. Nick got it sorted out, and it's back together, so we headed over there to get it ready for the dyno and actually put it on the dyno. And this one was an interesting one because it had a 427 in it, but we were using a T4 hot side on this turbo. It's an 88 millimeter turbo, but it had a T4 housing. It was a big T4 housing, but it was, you know, still relatively small. We were worried whether we were gonna run into back pressure issues. So that was one of the sensors that we put in the car, was to monitor exhaust pressure. Yeah, it was really interesting how well it did. Way better than we thought it was gonna do. So yeah, here you go, check it out. All right, so we're back at PTS Fab with Nick. Got his cool shades on. So we're back here with the Vette, trying to get it sorted out to get on the dyno here shortly. Did a whole bunch of work today on trying to get all the other sensors to work. So wheel speed, front and rear wheel speed. Made sure that the inputs for launch control and traction control are all working. Tried getting the AC stuff to work, but we're gonna have to work a little bit more on that. Nick's gonna try to see if maybe it sends a better signal for us to use as an input into the ECU from the body control module. Because the one straight from the back of the actual panel inside the car doesn't seem to be sending us anything that we can use. So we'll fit it with that, but it's time to get on the dyno now. So we're just driving it around to get an idea of how the wheel speeds are reading, and should be ready to go after that. All right, so we obviously have something going on with the rear wheel speed not being right, because even at the top of that pull, we just did a pull in first gear to like 5 grand or something like that. And so front wheel speed was showing about 45 mile an hour. The rear was only showing 12 or 13. So obviously the rear is not right. Not even actually sure if the front is right, but what I'm happy about is that the signals are all pretty clean. So we're not getting a crazy amount of jumping around or anything like that. So it's usable. We just got to make sure that we have the calibration right in there. We got to change that up, because that definitely is not correct. But everything else is going okay. I mean, obviously our compensations are higher than we want it to be. And we're only at about 2.5 pounds when we're pulling it in first, but we'll start turning it up when we get to the dyno. The other thing that we're looking at is, this is just the exhaust pressure sensor. It's just a 100 PSI sensor. It's a drop-down selectable sensor in Holly, so there shouldn't really be any adjustment that we should have to do. And it's already showing us at about 2.5 PSI of boost to already having 7 PSI of exhaust pressure. So we're trying to see if maybe there's, I don't know, we got a lot of sensors in here that are giving us some data, but we don't know if we can trust them or if there's some adjustment that needs to be made. So we'll keep an eye on it as we start turning up the boost, and if it goes beyond 3 to 1 or something like that, then we might have to confirm it's actually happening, or if it's just a sensor value that needs to have a different scale on it or something. All right, so we're on the dyno now. We made one pull just to get RPM going and everything. It was at like 2.5 pounds, made like 620. I'm gonna go ahead and just target a slightly higher boost just to see what it does. But this is basically gonna be the same pull. I just wanted to make sure that boost control is actually responding.
saw it wandering around though. It still sounds like gate though.
Yeah, it's weird. But it doesn't show it on the dyno.
No, and I don't see a fluctuation in boost either. So strange. Pull was about 12 pounds, I think. That's what we were targeting anyway. Still on pretty conservative timing, and it made 990. So the setup is working great. One of the sensors that we put in there that we've been really wanting to monitor is exhaust pressure, because this is a 427 on a T4 hot side. So we're really wondering what exhaust pressure was going to be. Up to this point, it's been less than 2 to 1 so far. I'm going to go to the next boost I was going to go to. I think it'll make that. I mean, I think it'll probably pick up another, I'm going to do 3 pounds. I think it'll be like 120 on 3 pounds. So where are we at now? 990? So maybe a little under 11. I don't know, we'll see. Depends on whether exhaust pressure all of a sudden goes up, but right now, that was 13 pounds, and it was at 26, I mean, sorry, 21. That's still below. So that's what I asked for, but I don't know if it went over or under.
God, it sounds good.
Sound nice out there? It's muffled down, so I can only hear like bad stuff with this.
I can hear all the shit.
Yeah, like I muffled out the good stuff, and all I can hear is like.
Dude, it's just so fucking fine. I should be comparing. If I'm gonna compare power, you should compare uncorrected, right?
Yeah, it's best to, but the problem is you still got a difference in dyno.
Yeah, but I mean, dyno jet that reads high on a high correction.
Yeah.
23% correction is what it was on.
Ugh.
Yeah, don't ask me why.
It was a rough day.
But it made 1,100.
Okay.
15, 16 pounds corrected.
Oh, corrected.
Yeah. 23% correction. It's like 1106. Yeah, check that out.
Let's see what we got. 30.
That's fantastic.
Dude, I'm surprised.
That's 1.5 to 1.
Yeah.
Damn, on a 427.
Damn, you go on tighter housing, I guess.
I mean, I say you just go. Let's fucking make a hit.
What's the number that he'll be happy? Because I mean, we do another pound of boost, it'll probably do. What was that? 1140.
I mean, yeah, he'll be happy with that. I'm just saying. I want to crush this motherfucker into the dirt.
Okay. I'll give it a degree, squirt a little bit of fuel, and then go up 2 pounds. Sure. How did it go?
Did well. Well.
Let's see what it made.
What do you think?
Let me look at the boost first.
Okay, that's probably a good idea. I'm actually curious myself. I'm hoping it made more boost, because that would make sense.
Well, I gave it another degree and a half too.
Oh wow, wow.
And we're low in the power range, so every degree is going to be a decent
We're
chunk.
at what, 1140 on 18?
1140 on 18 pounds and 15 degrees. And then we're on 23 pounds now, I think, on also 15 degrees. So normally as boost goes up, timing's going to go down, but we compensate it for the timing. All right, so he didn't tell me the number yet, and he's all giggly, so I'm assuming it was decent. We're trying to see what kind of boost it did, because we're having a little bit of a control issue. This 4-port's being a little bit touchy. Some of them are, some of them aren't. Increased power.
Yeah.
So
1354.
ooh, I didn't think it was gonna make that much. The 1354 on 22.6 pounds.
1150 foot.
Ooh, goddamn.
Dude, it needs 25.
Yeah, it was like 10.9. You greedy.
Come on.
You greedy.
We
I mean,
got
everything is
Dart LS
fine.
next.
Everything's fine for me. I don't mind going up.
No, I mean,
I'm just making the observation that you're greedy. Nick wants to, we're gonna do 25 pounds, which should be about 25.5 pounds if it continues to do what it's been doing. So nothing else has changed. It's gonna go down in timing as normal through the timing table. We didn't make any timing changes. And yeah, everything else should be pretty much the same. Giddy up. So the dyno wigged out again. We're not sure what we're doing wrong, but we screwed something up. And it's not giving us our number. So I mean, obviously we're gonna be making a little bit more. It's a little bit more timing. It's about 2 more pounds of boost from the run that we did 1370 on. So I gotta assume that it would be in the 1400 range, a little bit over 1400, but we won't really know because we can't get the dyno to read, unfortunately. Maybe we'll have a chance to take it back at a later date, or we may just have to wonder. But yeah, everything went smooth. I mean, all the logs were getting good data. There's nothing crazy. We are pretty much at the threshold of the fuel system, so it's probably a good stopping point anyway. We're at about, I think the last one was 85%. And we had to add a little bit, so I wouldn't be surprised if this next run, after I look at the log, is not at about 89, maybe 90%. So we got to be done there as far as boost goes anyway. We're still pretty conservative on timing, but this is going to a customer out of state. It's probably going to be beat on pretty hard. We want to give him plenty of cushion so that he doesn't have to worry about, you know, being on the absolute ragged edge of it. So good, clean fun out of it is what we're hoping for. But yeah, so I guess that's it for the dyno. We need to check anything else, or pretty much? All right. It's awesome when you can drive onto the dyno and drive right off. So I actually drove it over here from the shop, so, you know, comfortable street car, I guess.
I think it still has AC.
It does still have AC. Power steering too, right?
Everything.
Yeah, power steering, AC. It is absolutely full interior. Definitely a street car. Yeah, the car barely has any brakes. So luckily the most of the way that we have to go is uphill, but then it's really steep downhill into the shop. So we're gonna have to keep it strapped to the truck and use the truck to back it down, basically, lower it down. It's gonna suck. Barely has any brakes, so I've been jamming it into park to keep it stopped.
appreciate you guys watching. Thanks again. Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe, turn on notifications so you can see when we post up new videos, and go live. We're gonna start doing Friday live sessions. So this weekend's gonna be unusual. We're gonna be in San Antonio probably by the time we do the live session. So just be a phone one, and we're gonna be walking around seeing what's going on, because we're probably gonna be racing. So it'll be kind of a short one, but we are gonna start doing regular live sessions every Friday evening. We might do one every other week or so to do, you know, kind of on the computer technical stuff. But yeah, so definitely keep notifications on. Yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.
Ready? Come on.
One of the most unathletic jumps I've ever seen in my life.